Hey, good afternoon, Bills fans and Bills Mafia. It is Buffalo Bills game day. The Mafia is planning to get here early and get warmed up, I guess we should say. And of course, the question to ask is, where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Orchard Park, New York. And the most notorious football fan base in America is preparing for another Bills home game.
Let's go, Buffalo!
The Bills tailgate is second to none.
Now that is one way to drink a beer.
It's almost like you're going to Woodstock.
As kickoff approaches, the energy builds, and the tailgate swells to a distinctly Buffalonian crescendo. The table smash, a reckless and iconic ritual deeply woven into the culture of Bills Mafia.
We just got married, and I just jumped through a table.
I bless you into the Mafia.
Oh my goodness.
For as infamous as this tradition has become, one glaring question remains.
Do you guys know where this started?
No idea.
No, I don't.
I honestly don't know.
Do you know? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I really don't know what the origin story is behind breaking tables and Bills Mafia.
My name is Mike Farrell. I've been a feature producer with ESPN for over a decade. Normally, I spend my time behind the camera. But this story is different. Four years ago, I moved to Buffalo with my family. I started coaching my son's baseball team.
Remember why we're doing this, right? We want to turn our hips and go, and then get underneath it, right?
Along with another dad who lived around the corner,
Nice.
named Mark Shepard.
One out, on the ground, we're going. In the air, watch it.
Being a Bills fan makes you immediately part of a huge community of people. Even in the worst years, it's been so much fun.
One day this past summer, we were on our way to a tournament out of town. Mark turned to me and he said,
Hey, I got an idea for a story for you.
Now normally when I hear that, what comes next is often uninteresting, unrealistic, or unoriginal. But not this time.
So you know how Bills fans like to jump through tables?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the very first one that went viral, it might have been my table.
My interest was piqued. Could my buddy really have been involved in the first ever table smash? Was this true? And if not, then who was the original Tableblazer that started it all?
It was October of 2015, and we were tailgating and happened to be parking next to a group of guys who were from Rochester.
In 2015, tickets were cheap. A lot of young guys going to games, and I think they were there strictly for the party at times.
When we think about the Bills Mafia culture that's evolved, how much of that comes from figuring out what to do when your team isn't good?
I remember it like it was yesterday. Guy next to us jumped through his table and we thought he was crazy and he wanted more.
He immediately kind of came over to us and said, "Hey, can I jump through your table?" And we immediately said no. That was our tailgate table. We used it every week.
My Uncle Dave was there. He said he'll buy me a new table if I let the guy do it.
He was pretty persistent, and I said something to the effect of, "Well, not if you're gonna just jump off the ground, maybe if you jump off your truck." And I never thought in a million years he'd actually do it. But before I know it, he's climbing up, and I was kind of too late to stop him.
Oh my God! And nobody got hurt.
Later that day, video of the smash was posted to social media.
We thought nothing of it until a few days later. I think the article was published Monday. There was an article on Deadspin. Bills fan submits his audition for WWE.
Best available video, Buffalo. How hurting is the whole city of Buffalo on Monday? You guys just eat beers and hurt yourself. Look at this idiot.
The very next week, another Bills fan went through a table. And then the next week, and then the next week. 6 or so months later, I saw on the internet somebody posted of them putting their newborn baby through a styrofoam table. I called one of my friends who was with me and I said, "This is really taken off." And I said, was ours the first one?
Oh my God!
I'm not claiming that we invented jumping through tables, of course. I just know that there is a published article from October 5th. And I've looked to the end of the internet, and I haven't been able to see anything dated before then.
Now, it's not that I don't trust the Shepard brothers, but I wanted to check for myself. That's when I discovered another Bills fan with a similar story.
My name is Jordan Grills. I've been a Bills fan for all 34 and a half years of my life, and I started the Bills Mafia Table Smash.
So, it's really where it all began.
I was in college in SUNY Fredonia, and to keep it frank, I lived with 7 other absolute animals. We had actually seen somebody do like a slam dunk while playing beer pong on a folding table, and it ended up breaking the table. We thought it was hilarious, so we tried the same thing when we got home that night. So from that point on, we kind of became known as the guys who like to break tables. You know, the reputation somewhat had preceded me. I go to a Bills game on September 20th, 2015. We were playing the Patriots, and there was a lot of hype because we were both undefeated, 1-0. And someone came up to me and they said, "Hey, you're that guy that likes to jump through tables." I said, "We got a table over at our tailgate. Do you want to jump through it?" I abided.
Yeah, you're up. The Bills beat me.
What happened after that is a notorious sports internet troll website had posted on Instagram that video and said the caption, "Just like their team, try so hard, fail every time."
Now that post has long been deleted, but according to Jordan, it went viral and spawned a defiant response in the weeks that followed.
Buffalo Buffalo's a very proud city. They weren't going to just sit back and have Bills Mafia be labeled failures at doing something that plenty of them had in them, which is the ability to go through a folding table with a very high success rate. The week after that, there's 2 people going through a table. The week after that, 4 people, 5 people. By the end of the 2015 season, it became a defining thing for our fan base. I want on record, I do not claim to be the first person to go through a table at a Bills game, but I did shoot the musket ball that started the revolution. That I will promise you.
Jordan's story was convincing. But then, something unexpected happened. Deep in the comments of a social media post, I found this photo posted by someone named Dan Grenda, dated almost 2 years before Jordan's story took place.
ESPN.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Mike Farrell. I'm a producer with ESPN.
I'm looking for the guy who may have invented the Bills table smash.
Buddy, I've been waiting 13 years for this phone call. Name is Dan Grenda. I'm 35 years old, and I am the originator of the table smashing at Bills tailgates. The origin of the table smashing, I wish I had a better, exact date or, an exact moment it happened, but it just kind of just happened. November 2012. It might have been against Miami. Me and my buddy just at one random tailgate, just walking by the table. There wasn't much on it. I said, body slam me through this. And he did. It was funny. People laughed. The next week, let's do it again. We did it. Again, I thought it was a great idea. Okay, let me dress as a wrestler next week. So I dressed as a wrestler, did it. Started to have a crew, started to take pictures, so it became a weekly thing. The next 2 to 3 years, you start to see people on videos. In the back of my head is I started this. No one was doing this before me.
Dan's story seemed credible, but it lacked the public notoriety that both Jordan and Mark claimed. And that got me thinking, if a table's smashed in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Why do you believe that you were the one that started it all?
I don't believe, I know. I think you know too. If someone wants to come up with a picture, videos, or something showing that they did it before, I'm happy to say that I was wrong, but deep down I know I was the one that started it.
But there was something else kind of off about Dan that I couldn't quite place. There didn't seem to be anything Bills related in his home. And why didn't he wear a Bills shirt to his interview, like everyone else? Are you a Buffalo Bills fan?
Unfortunately, I'm not a Bills fan. I'm a diehard Seahawks fan. It goes back to, me being a 5-year-old and just picking a team for their colors, and it's stuck with me my whole life.
What do you say to Bills fans that may be learning that a Seattle Seahawks fan started this beloved tradition?
I was hoping you'd ask me this question. Please don't hate me. Please. I was a young 5-year-old that just picked a team and was this party goer when I was in my early 20s. Still have love for the Bills. I'll root for them against the Chiefs, I promise you. It's my first love. So I gotta stick with them.
The thing about origin stories is that they often come down to who or what you want to believe. And in this case, there are endless myths and theories on the table.
When the first baby was born in Buffalo, accidentally slipped in hot sauce and got dropped into a table.
Some people say these guys started it, or it began after a local wrestling event in the 90s. I've heard it began with something called a dizzy bat, or in 2004 when the Bills needed to run the table to make the playoffs. Others point to an early 2000s group known as Bills Army. The truth is, we may never find a definitive answer. But maybe all these stories are links in a chain. Steps up a tailgate, collectively creating something uniquely Buffalo.
There's absolutely nothing like it. At this point, it's just the validation of being the one who had started it. Also, it'd be kind of cool if Josh Allen came to my birthday party.
I'm sure there's people who hate it. But I hope it goes on forever.